Trust God's timing. Always trust it, no matter what you do. I'm not trying to yell at y'all. Don't tussle. I'm also yelling at myself here too, so no hate. But yesterday, my devotional was about trusting God's timing. And when I was reading through Luke, it also had to do with trusting God's timing. And I watched one of Jerry Flowers' sermons, which is also about God's timing. So I feel like, what else am I to talk about today? So in Luke, there's Zachariah and there's Elizabeth. And they were like mad old, like they were old. I don't think it said how old, but they were like, they're up there. And then there's an angel, and the angel was like, congratulations, y'all are gonna have a kid. And Zachariah was like, me and my wife are old. Like, how is this possible? How is this gonna happen? And lo and behold, they had a kid. Same thing with Mary. An angel went to Mary and was like, congratulations, you're gonna have the Son of God. And she had a beautiful baby boy named Jesus. Like, they didn't know the hows, they didn't know the whats, the whens, but God, he did what he did for them. It's the same thing with us today. I feel like sometimes we go through things and we don't know why it happened or how it happened, but we have to trust God through it all. Like, we have to just rest in him and know that he's got it. He's got it. Like, when God tells us he's going to do something, whether we really, really want that thing to happen, we're like, yes, or we don't want it to happen, and we're like, wait, God, what do you mean you're going to, what? Why? We have to trust him either way. Sometimes, like, there's going to be times when we're going to say, you know what, Lord, I don't know why this is happening. I don't. But I trust you. I'm resting my burdens on you. You got it. And so if you're going through a tough season right now, just don't look at it from a perspective of you're being punished. I want you to think about it in terms of, this is redirection. This is God's redirection. It's all in his plan. It's like, Lord, I don't know what you're doing. I don't know why you're doing it, but I trust you. But I trust you. But I trust you. It says in John 13:7, Jesus replied, you do not realize now what I am doing, but later you will understand. It's okay to not always know everything. It's perfectly fine. But what we do know is that God's in control and he knows the outcome. And he's going to put us through things for a reason. There's always a reason. It's not just because he can. No. And just to tie in Jerry Flowers' sermon, the title of the sermon was God's Timing and Heartbreak. Usually we'll go through a time of disappointment or discouragement or pain, and God will see what we do during that time. He tries to see if we will still ride with him, if we're still going to pray, if we're still going to talk to him, if we're still going to kick it with him pretty much. If that heartbreak comes, if that pain comes, if we don't get that job, if we don't get that car, if we don't get that relationship, if we don't get that friendship, he wants to see what we're going to do. Zachariah and Elizabeth, they had to be heartbroken. They had to be upset. They had to be going through all the emotions. And all during that time, they were still serving and trusting God. And they had John the Baptist. Now let me get out of this car.